Matter CBA. Number 1. Which of these mixtures could be separated using a magnet? A. Aluminum coins and plastic beads. B. Pebbles and marbles. C. Aluminum beads and copper beads. Or D. Iron filings and pepper. Number 2. Why do oil and water always separate after they are stirred together? A. Oil is more dense than water. B. Water is more dense than oil. C. Water always makes things float. Or D. Oil has no density. Number 3. A student made a table to show some of the properties of an unknown substance. The properties are color, shape, volume, and magnetism. The description of substance is colorless, shape can change, volume can change, or not magnetic. Based on these observations, you could conclude that the substance is A. Ball, B. Solid, C. Liquid, or D. Gas. A student measures the mass of the 2 rocks above. If the student adds a third rock that has a mass of 7 grams, what will the total mass be? A. 7 grams, B. 17 grams, C. 25 milliliters, D. 24 grams. Number 5. A student mixes lemonade powder and water in a cup. How can the student separate the parts of this mixture? A. Heat the mixture to 100 degrees Celsius. B. Keep adding water until the lemon powder disappears. C. Touch each ingredient with a magnet and keep only the parts that stick. D. Pour the solution through a paper filter and catch what doesn't fall through. Number 6. A group of students is performing tests using 2 white powders that look like salt and sugar. Which is the best way to tell the powders apart during the experiment? A. Label the containers. B. Feel their textures. C. Closely observe them. Or D. Taste them. Number 7. Which of these pictures an object with only a gas inside of it? Which of these pictures an object with only gas inside of it? Is it A. Ice cream, B. Beach ball, C. Bucket of sand, or D. Glass of milk? Which of the following is the best example of a mixture in which all the ingredients will keep their original properties? Is it A. Sand mixed with water, B. Sugar dissolved in water, C. Coffee grinds, which is a powder boiled with water, or D. Ice cubes mixed with soda? Number 9. A student mixes 2 substances in a large beaker. After 2 hours, the student sees that the substances have separated again. These substances most likely differ in their A. Density, B. Temperature, C. States of matter, or D. Ability to conduct heat. Number 10. Ms. Brown's students were classifying material based on physical properties. Their results are recorded in the table above. Based on the data, which of the following statements is true? A. Sample A is copper, sample B is plastic, sample C is iron, and sample D is wood. B. Sample A is plastic, sample B is wood, sample C is iron, and sample D is copper. C. Sample A is copper, sample B is iron, sample C is wood, and sample D is plastic. Or D. Sample A is iron, sample B is copper, sample C is plastic, and sample D is wood. The headings on the chart are sample, mass, length, magnetic, conducts electricity, or sinks or floats. Number 11, by studying the terms and directions of arrows in the diagrams, you can determine that A. State 1 is a gas, B, state 3 is a solid, or C, state 2 is a liquid. The arrows in the diagram are state 1 going to state 2 is melting, state 2 going to state 3 is evaporation, state 3 going to state 2 is condensation, state 2 going to state 1 is freezing. Number 12, the diagram shows a ball in a beaker filled with water. Which statement best describes the relationship of the ball and the water? A, the water is less dense than the ball. B, the water and the ball are equally dense. C, the ball is less dense than the water. D, there is no relationship between the ball and the water. Number 13, container 1, the observation is the substance takes the shape of the container and is clear. Small particles float on top of the surface. Container 2 is the substance is hard and cube-shaped. The surface of the substance is shiny. Container 3, the substance is not visible and the container appears empty. And container 4, the substance is cold and made of crystals. Based on these observations, which container most likely holds only gas? Is it A, container 1, B, container 2, C, container 3, or D, container 4? Number 14, the diagram shows what happens when ice is heated. Which best describes the change shown in the diagram? Is it A, change in chemical properties, B, change in physical properties, C, the reduction of heat, or D, the reduction of matter? What best describes the changes shown in the diagram? Number 15, the steam seen when water boils is an example of A, a gas changing into another gas, B, a liquid changing into a gas, C, a gas changing into a solid, or D, a solid changing into a gas. Number 16, which of the following will change liquid into a gas? A, boiling, B, freezing, C, melting, or D, stirring? Which of the following will change liquid into a gas? Excuse me. Number 17. Which example below describes a liquid becoming a solid? Is it A, puddles evaporating after a rainstorm, B, water freezing into ice, C, iron becoming red and flexible when heated, or D, liquid expanding in a thermometer? Number 18, trail mix is a healthy snack that contains nuts, raisins, chocolate chips, sesame seeds, pretzels, and dried fruit. One morning, a teacher passed out trail mix for a snack and wondered why most of the students were not eating it. The teacher asked the class, and the students told her that they did not like the raisins in the mix. The next day, the students found the following items on their table for a science investigation: a bag of trail mix and several screens in different sizes. This investigation was probably set up to answer all of the following except A, can mixtures be separated? B, are mixtures and solutions separated the same way? C, do substances in mixture lose their physical properties? Or D, what is the nutritional value of trail mix? The question was, this investigation was probably set up to answer all of the following except